Hi, my name is Breanne Dyck. I'm the founder of M&IB Consulting, and I'm recording this video because, I know that at this point, you've probably watched a half a dozen of Scott Oldford's videos. You've maybe read a bunch of his posts. Maybe you've downloaded one of his guides or even attended a training or something that he's done. And you're thinking, I don't know about this whole relevancy engine thing. I don't know if it's for me or what the deal is. Well, I'm not going to go and give you like a laundry list of like proof, right? Because you've got lots of proof at this point. So let's be real. What you need at this point isn't more proof that it works. What you need to know is the answer to the question that I know you're asking, which is this for me? And I feel like I'm probably the perfect person to help you answer that question because I was probably the best example of the reluctant buyer when it comes to this kind of thing. I mean, I followed Scott and his work for 6 or 8 months, maybe even more. I probably was on every training. I watched every video. I read every article, maybe even 2 or 3 times. And my thought was, okay, I know I'm smart, so I'm just going to figure this out. Right? Scott talks in some of his articles about how you're probably good at marketing or you're good at operations. You're probably not good at both. Well, I can reverse engineer a system out of anything. But getting into the psychology and the nuance of marketing, that's just not something that comes naturally to me. And so I tried for a really long time to reverse engineer exactly what Scott was talking about in all of his trainings. And it worked okay, but it didn't get me to where I wanted to be. And so really what I want to suggest to you is that there's more to just the tactics, right? It's not just about what's hot. It's not just about using Facebook ads or setting up your email marketing a certain way. It's about knowing what the underlying framework is so that it'll actually work for you, and not just work for you today, but it'll work for you in 6 months or 12 months or a year or even longer than that. And that's probably the thing I appreciated most about the relevancy engine, because we were looking at what was actually going on in my business, and we were taking a deep look at it. And some weeks, we'd have 2, 3, or 4 different people from the relevancy engine team, and they would all be looking at this. They'd bring in their angle, their take, their perspective, their expertise, and through this like collective brain trust, we were able to find the places where I had been missing out, or the things where I had been interpreting what I had seen in the free material one way, but for my business, it needed to work slightly differently. So if that's kind of where you're at, if you're thinking, I'm not sure if this is for me, I've seen the proof, I believe that Scott's stuff works. If you're where I was at a year ago, where you're watching everything Scott says, you're reading every one of his posts, you're trying to figure it out for yourself, the biggest thing I can say to you is what's going to help your business grow best. Is your business going to grow best because you are trying to learn all the things and you're trying to figure out how to do everything on your own and you're going to figure it out? Or is your business actually going to grow best when you focus on what you are 100% best at? What's your zone of genius? What's the thing that you can do like nobody else can? If you focus there and then you get help from people where it's their zone of genius, to figure out your messaging, to figure out, what you need to do and who you need to put your message in front of and when and how often and all of that kind of stuff. If you have help to do that, that then frees you up to spend more time on the things that you're best at in your business, which is getting results for your clients, getting results for your customers, creating the kind of life that you want. And that's the kind of thing that I think you should be considering when you're looking at something like the relevancy engine. If you're looking at all of this stuff and you're thinking, what I'm doing is working right now, then that's awesome. But if it's not quite working, or if you just, if you're ready to say, I'm ready to step into my zone of genius and get the help from people for whom all of this marketing stuff is their zone of genius, then I'd really encourage you. Reach out to the team over at the Relevancy Engine, take the leap, have the conversation, decide that you're going to do the thing that's going to make the biggest difference for you, for your clients, all of those things. Get into your zone of genius and bring on a team to support you to grow your business to that next level so you can have the impact and the results and the freedom that I know you're looking for.